Hey guys, what's up? So since our Gyeonggi-do vlog series is finally done, I thought of sitting down and doing a little informative video again. Since my last skin treatment video, I got asked by some of you guys if I have any experience with medical fillers. And yes, I do, so I wanted to share my personal experience and some information with you. If you don't know what they are, fillers are a semi-permanent way to fill up any creases or deep lines in your face, making you look healthier and fresher. So it's a good option for sensitive people like me, since there are no surgeries or knives involved. The reason I decided to try it was I've always struggled with chronic dark circles under my eyes. I don't think they make me look bad necessarily. I really just always looked exhausted and tired, which I was not. So whenever I looked in the mirror, I was like automatically feeling a bit sick or weak because I just looked like it. So even though I was feeling well and my lifestyle was pretty healthy, people would always ask me if I'm sick or if I don't get enough sleep. So no matter how many layers of concealer I applied or how many eye creams I tried, there was always this really dark, deep shadow under my eyes. And additionally, the color always changed between bluish and gray shades, which is a discoloration that occurs when the skin underneath your eyes is really thin, so the blood vessels become more visible and the whole area darkens. So like I said in one of my previous videos, I already showed you my skin laser treatment I got arranged by Seoul Guide Medical. If you haven't seen the video yet, Seoul Guide Medical is a company based in Seoul that offers an English-speaking service for foreigners to help them get any beauty or medical treatments in Korea done by arranging and translating everything for them. So around 2 years ago, I first heard about the possibility to get fillers in that area. And to give you a little background info, hyaluronic acid, which is the substance that's injected as a filler, is produced naturally by your body, and it can be used to fill up any depressed areas like the under eye area or any deep lines in your face where there's not enough fat and collagen naturally. Fillers typically last anywhere between 6 months and 1.5 years, depending on the area you place it in, the kind of filler that's used, and your body's reaction to it and how often you use that part of your face. But to be honest, I've also heard that it lasts much longer than that. It really depends on your body. And what I personally find really important, it doesn't affect your facial expressions at all because it's a natural substance. So I basically wanted to match my appearance to my actual health status and to how I feel. So if I feel vital and motivated, I also want to look like it and rather not like I didn't sleep for the past 10 days. I got my first fillers done back then in Germany and it was pretty cheap. It was around $300. And although I was satisfied at first, I learned my lesson really quickly. After a few months, it got really uneven and some bumps appeared. So when I first met Tony from Seoul Guide Medical about a year ago, I asked him about it and he said that he could help me fix it and renew the fillers, which I was really happy about. So first they decided to inject a dissolver to get rid of the bumpy parts of the previous fillers. And a few days later, I met with Tony at the Genie N clinic to get my new fillers done. First we took a few pictures for the clinic to document the result. As you can see, I got a little bruising underneath my left eye from the dissolvers, and that can happen if you tend to bruise really easily. Right afterwards, they applied a numbing cream to my cheeks, and after 20 to 30 minutes, they wiped it off. Then the doctor marked the areas in which he planned to inject the fillers. He also marked the nasolabial fold, I don't know if it's pronounced correctly. They're also called the smile lines, and to balance out the volume in my face, he'd also inject just a tiny bit in there. I'm pretty scared of needles, so you can tell that I was quite nervous, but the numbing worked really well, so I just felt like a tiny bit of pressure. I'll just warn you at this point, since it gets a bit graphic now. If you can't watch injections, skip this part. The fillers were first injected into the left side, which was a bit more sensitive because of the bruising I gotten before. But luckily the super pretty assistant even held my hand to calm me down during the whole process. After like 3 to 4 minutes, he was already done with the one side and he finished the other side just as quick.
Is it okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I go one more time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
Afterwards, he massaged it in a bit to help it distribute evenly. They had me check in the mirror whether I was satisfied with the amount injected. And now I got a bit very graphic. I was actually quite happy that I didn't have to see it during the procedure, because I definitely would have fainted, which I pretty much did in the end. So first he created a small opening, and then the smile line was filled with this huge siren. It had a blunt end to not damage any tissue, and I'm glad I didn't look at it beforehand. It still didn't really hurt, but it felt a lot more uncomfortable than the under eye fillers. You're supposed to keep your face relaxed during the whole procedure, which is quite difficult when they keep poking your face with needles. The filler itself apparently numbed the area, so there wasn't any pain during or afterwards the injection, just a bit of pressure, and yeah, it was just a bit uncomfortable, since you really could feel like something going straight through your face. Basically, I just felt a little nauseous because I was so tense, and they immediately offered me a vitamin injection afterwards. So they really take very good care of you. The whole procedure only took like around 15 minutes, and I didn't feel any pain afterwards. For the aftercare, I received some painkillers and some antibiotics just to make sure it doesn't get infected. So here's what it looked like right after the treatment. Only a bit red and swollen, and after about 1 week it looked like this. You can still see a little bruising on the right side, but it was almost gone. And in this clip here you can see the final result. You can see that this area was nicely built up, but still looks really natural. I just look a lot more vital and awake now, and I'm really happy with the results. Until now there has been no bumps whatsoever, which really shows that the quality does make a difference. The fillers don't make the discoloration go away, but I feel like it definitely improved. Since it replaces the layers of concealer I had to use, it definitely saves me a lot of time and money, and so I consider it more of a permanent makeup. But even though it's a non-surgical procedure, I think you should only get it done at a really good clinic with professional doctors who know what they're doing. Another thing that needs to be said, you can be beautiful with or without any of these procedures. It's just about your personal taste and what you want to do with your own body. For me personally, it doesn't change anything about my self-perception. I'm just glad that I finally found a way to look the way that I actually feel health-wise. If you decide to get a procedure like that done, I really hope that I could help you with it a bit and give you some information and insights about how it's done and what it feels like. The prices can vary between 350,000 and 900,000 won per cc, depending on which kind of fillers you need and how many cc's they need to even it out. Cheaper fillers in Korea already start from 160,000 won, which I definitely not recommend. So out of my own experience, if you're really struggling with it and you're really unsatisfied, you should go for it and do it for yourself, not for anyone else. Save up some money and get it done at a more expensive but safe clinic that uses really high quality products for your skin, rather than getting it done somewhere cheap where you might end up unsatisfied. I'll put you the links and all the contact details down below in the description box. You can contact Seoul Guide Medical and ask them about anything you want to know. If you have any questions or you made your own experience already, feel free to share it in the comments. And I really hope you liked the video. Leave a like if you did, as always, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. I see you in the next one. Bye!